Hello grade 12, so I'm starting with page 4.4 and that is on the HSE workbook that I'm working on, and we're busy with perspective drawing. So I just got my vanishing points. Okay, so it is the 60-degree one, which I drew from the standing point, and then 30 degrees like that to get my right vanishing point. Okay, so I have my vanishing points. I can see that this one starts on the paper plane, so it means that that line will start, that corner will be on the ground line as well. So I can bring that down, and from here we can see that is the same point. So I'm going to take it to both of the vanishing points. So I'm going to take that to the right one and then to the left one as well. So by doing that, I've already drawn the line that goes like this. Okay, so I want to know where this point stops. So by doing that, I want to take this to the standing point, bring it down, then I have that part already. So bring it down to the standing point. I'm also going to do it with the next two because they are also on the same plane. So dieselfde vlak as wat our line is. So I'm going to do that and bring all three of those lines to the same line because they're all three are going to be on this line. So that is the other 3 points. Okay, so this one is the one that is going skew. Okay, so that is that one. And we can see it by looking at this line. So it means that this is a ramp. Okay, we can see the one that we're seeing over here is the one, if we're looking through the ramp, we're going to see that part. Okay, so I can also just draw a construction line straight up because that will be straight up that part, which I'll be able to see. Okay, I want to know to where the ramp is going, so I'm going to take this point. Firstly, I'm going to start, I have this line. And that is that line. So I'm going to take the thickness, the height of it, bring it to the height line, and take this to the right vanishing point. So now I have this line as well, but the total height of it. Okay, so I want to get this point on the line. So taking this point to the standing point, and bringing it down to that line which I just got, I can be able to draw a line that's for the ramp, that skew line. So that is that part. Okay. Then the next, I see there is a... Okay, I will come back to that part. I think there is I think this line shouldn't be here. Okay, because this is just a straight line, so this one shouldn't be here at the moment because it's just a line on the plane. Okay, but I'm gonna ignore that. Okay, so again, I want to be able to see where does this corner stop. And that will be where this one stops. So I'm going to take that also to the standing point and bring it down. And that is that line, which I just drawn. Okay, so that is going like, this part is going like this. Okay, I can also take this one, draw it to the left vanishing point. So then I have this line as well, because I just drew it to the left vanishing point. And I want to know where that point stops, so I'm going to take this one and bring it to the standing point. Bring it down to that line, and that is where that ramp will go. I can also just go and darken that part. Okay. From here, I'm going to take this one to the right vanishing point as well. Okay, we will be able to see that this part is going inwards in our top view. So that is the part which we're looking into. Okay, this is supposed to be not a solid line, but that is supposed to be the hidden detail line. So yeah, that is what's wrong over there. Okay, because it's this part which we're not seeing. Okay, it shouldn't be solid, it should be a hidden detail line. Okay, so the next thing is I'm gonna take this point, it's on the same line as which I just drawn, so I'm gonna take that to the standing point. And bring it also down to that same line, which is this one. So now I know that is where the line will stop. Okay. From here, I'm also going to take this same height to the left vanishing point to know how far up this is going. And then I can see I have that block, which I'm able to see on this side over here. So I have that block now. And I have that part already. Okay. So to see if I'm correct, if I take this corner to the, I just want to see quickly, to the right vanishing point, it's supposed to align. I just want to make sure that I did draw that correct. So I'm a little bit off, but that's okay. That's why. Okay, so I'm just a little bit off, but that's fine. That is where they connect. Okay, so I can also just draw that part and bring it down. I'm also going to darken that part of the... Okay, and I'm also going to take that to the right vanishing point. So from our top view, I've drawn this part, the ramp, the line that goes like that, that part I've already drawn, and now I have that part. Okay, and I also have that part. Okay, so the next thing is this part is just solid, so I'm going to take it down to here. So it should just be solid, and I'm going to connect these two points together and this one as well. And I'm going to take this one to the left vanishing point, but I'm going to just draw it to the back. Okay, so now I have this part on the left side, and I have that part as well. Okay, I have this part as well, and that one. Okay, so for the next one, I want to draw this part over here. So I'm going to start by, I want the middle, the center. I can see that the corners also end on the same line. So what I can do is I can also just draw a line a little bit up from there, and I'm also gonna just draw from here to the left vanishing point to know where that part will start. So it's this one. What I also can do is just bringing this height to the same height line, which is this one. I'm going to take that to the height line over here, and also taking it to the right vanishing point. So it means that will be the total height of this spot over here. So I'm going to take that one to the left vanishing point, and then I know where that one also should go up. Okay, so I already have that top part over here. That is the top line, this one. Okay, so I want to get the center. So by doing that, you can either use your 30 degrees like this or your 60 degrees. I'm going to use the 30 degrees because there's already a center line. Just draw it to where it's die prentvlak is. Bring it reguit af. And then also on the same height as where this center is going, so it will be on the same height. So I'm just going to extend this one, and because this is on my 30 degrees triangle that I used, it's going to the 30 degrees vanishing point, so it's going to the left vanishing point. So I'm going to draw a line over there, so I know this is then my center. I want the position of this point on this line, so by doing that I want to take this point to the standing point, and then I can bring it down to the line which I just drawn. So that is that point. Okay, and we can see from here, which is this point, it's going to that one, and the same at the side, and we can see that is also like a ramp, a skew part, and it's all going to the center. So I have the center, so all that I have to do is now go and connect it like this, and the same to the top. Okay, so that is that part which I just finished, and then I'm also just gonna draw this part darker. Okay, so I'm finished with that part over there. Now it's just again a hexagon and a circle, and what is important is to see that it's not on the same plane line. So this is one plane, and we use this line to get all the measurement of the places. So I have to go and draw a new plane line, so I can either just draw a 30-degree line bringing it down, or I can use the 60 degrees. So I'm going to use 30 degrees at the moment. It doesn't matter which one you use, but if I do this, I will be able to have two marks on the same line, height line. So I'm going to take that down. That is one of the height lines. Okay. On this line, I can now go and get these 2 points and where that stops. Okay, so I'm going to take this to the height line, that center, to the line which I just drawn, and also I'm going to take this one on the ground to the right vanishing point. So just take the one on the ground to the right vanishing point and that center line. Okay, so what you will be able to do, is to take this point to the standing point and get it to this line. Or what I do to save time is I already have that point. So what I do is I take my ruler, just place it on that line, place it on the left vanishing point, and just work backwards like that. So then I don't have to go and use that construction again. I have that point already, and that's okay. And then I can just go and draw it straight up to where that line, that center line went. So it's that one over there. So it saves a lot of construction. And then the same, I have this line, but now I have to go and get this point on that line, and I'm going to use it by taking it to the standing point and then bringing it down. So on that same line, that is where that part will end. So that is over there. Okay, so I have that center. Okay, then I can take it to the left vanishing point. I don't think it's necessary to, okay, I'll do that as well. For the one at the back, okay. And then for the one over here at the back, I want to know where that will be able to stop, that part. So I'm going to take it down also to the center standing point. And then on the same line, where that line goes, I'm just going to draw it down. So we can see it's ending that there on the same line. I hope that yes, that's fine. Okay. So this is where the circle will start and there. Okay. So let's do the, I'm going to do the circle first at the moment. So again, take your compass, place it on the center, and then just draw half a circle. Okay, then the next step is to go and divide it in 6 equal parts again. The thing is, for matric work, this part is supposed to be easy to divide it in 6 equal parts, even if it's on an angle, because if you take a lot of time to do this, you won't be able to finish with your drawing. Okay, so this must be easy for you to do, because it is actually grade 10 work to divide a circle into equal parts, even if it's on an angle. Okay, and then I have the circle. Do the same for the side as well. Divide it into 6 equal parts. Okay, so I'm going to start with my top. So I'm going to draw a line straight through for the top. I'm using this now as a height line. So I'm going to use this line, bringing it down to the paper plane and bringing it to the top line. So it's that one. So I know that this line, it should go, because this is on the 60 degrees, it must go to this 60 degrees vanishing point, which is the left vanishing point. So I have the top of the circle. On that line, the top of the circle must be. So I'm going to take this point, which is the center, take it to the standing point, and just draw a line straight, bring it down to that line which we just drew. So that will be the top of the circle. Okay, now we can see we already have the 2 sides. We just need 1, 2, 3, 4 points to get that circle again. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the sides. I'm going to draw a line from here, where it touch both of the lines. Okay, and then I'm also working on the same height line. So I'm using the same line. I'm just going to extend it a little bit downer further. So this line, this point will be on the same height line. It will just be on a different height. So it means that I'm using now the one next to the end. So it means that I'm now using this one. I'm bringing it to the same height line, and then I'm taking it to the left vanishing point. Okay, so I have the line which this point and that point should be on. So I'm just going to extend this as well. So now I can just go and take this one and that one to the standing point. So I'm going to start with that one first. I'm bringing it to the line which I just drawn now. So it's that one, because it's that line that goes like that. So that is the next one. And then the same for the one at the back. So it's that line over there. Take it to the standing point and bring it down to the same line. Okay, so we can see from here, the circle is going to there, and we need 2 more points over there. Okay, so the next 2 points will be the next 2 that is close to the center. So I'm going to draw a line from there and the top as well. Okay, so the next height will be these 2 that I'm going to draw to the same height line, because both of them are on that same line. So from here, I'm taking it to the left vanishing point again. So on this line, 2 points must be, and I'm going to take that one and that one to the standing point. Okay, and then I'm bringing it down to that line which I just drawn. So it's that one and that one. So there I can see that is my half circle. So let's draw that. I'm going to connect it quickly. That one is just a little bit off. Oh no, okay. It's a little off, but it's okay. Okay, so there's that part of the circle. Then I just have to do the back as well, but you will be able to see that you can just take each point to the right vanishing point to save you time. So I can see I'm only going to use those three, and that will be on this side. Okay, so I'm going to start. I already have that one, which is this one. So that's the reason why I drew it to the end over here. Take that also to the standing point, that one. Bring it down to the first one after this. So it is this line over there. So that will be the next point. And then the next one we will have is that one. So bring that one to the standing point. So it's on the next one. And then we have the last one, which will be the center one. And I'm just going to draw that down. So there's that one. Okay, so then we can just go and connect those as well. Okay, so we're finished with the circle. We just have to do the hexagon. Okay, and we can see that the hexagon starts on a different height line. So it means that this line is in a different, okay, let's just see what we've already drawn. So we have finished with that part. We did that part over there, the circle. We just have to go and do. Okay, so we're finished with that. The hexagon. Okay, so I have the height line on which the hexagon will be also, because it's in the front, so it's on the same plane as this line. So I can also just use this line to draw it back. So let's start with this line. Draw it to the same height line, which is this one. So from here you can take it to the left vanishing point. So now you have this line, you just want the points on the line. So I'm going to look at where this one, that is the hidden detail for the hexagon. Okay, and that one is also the hidden detail for the hexagon. So I'm going to take that. Okay, and then bring it down to the line which we just drew. So there it is. So that is the bottom part. Okay, it's going straight up to the center. Here is the center line. We already have that. So I'm going to draw it straight up to the center. Okay, So the next part is, that is the height for the next part. So I'm going to take it to the same height line because we're working on that plane. So to this height line, take it to the left vanishing point from here. So I have the height, I just need this one and that one on this on that line. So I'm going to bring those two lines down, just making sure I'm working on this right one. So that one is for the next one. Okay, so there is that part of the hexagon, and I can just go and connect it. Okay, and then the thickness, I can just go and draw a line from this corner to the right vanishing point. Okay, and then this one as well. That I won't be able to see. Okay, and then for the thickness, what you can do is just draw a height line, a new height line from here down. So I'm just drawing it down to where this part of the hexagon starts, and then take it to the left vanishing point. So now I can see that is where it will stop. So it stops on that line. And then it goes straight up to that line. And then I just want to know where it's going to the next one over there. So I'm going to take that to the right vanishing point. Although it's going inside the circle, I won't be able to see it, but I want to determine that point. And that point will be the one at the back of that hidden detail. So it's going to be this one. Take it down, bring it down to that line. So that will be where I have to draw it to. So I'm going to draw that line just like that. So that part I'm not going to draw because it's inside the circle. Okay, so there is your perspective drawing on page 4. And we're finished with it.